Hi, my name is Annie, and I decided to do a quick video blog on some of the grip aids out there, some of the popular ones. I have a lot of questions like via Facebook and in the studio from my students on which grip aids to use. So I picked 5 and decided to review them based upon my own personal experience, and that's going to differ for each individual based upon what they want to use it for, where they want to use it, their body chemistry, if they like the feel of it or not. So it's a very personal decision using a specific grip aid. So this is just based on my experience. So I chose Firm Grip, iTac, Tight Grip, Mighty Grip, and Dry Hands. Okay, and I divided them into anti-sweat and then just regular grip. Okay, that does not have any anti-sweat properties in it. Let's start with anti-sweat. If you are sweaty, have sweaty hands, have sweaty pits, you want an anti-sweat grip aid to prevent the sweat. Okay, because if you go ahead and put one of these guys on a sweaty area and then you start to sweat, these will not work. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. So I recommend for anti-sweat either Mighty Grip, Tight Grip, or Dry Hands. I prefer the Mighty Grip or Tight Grip. That works best with my body chemistry. You may find that you have to apply the anti-sweat a couple times before you pull, and actually maybe 20 minutes before you pull. I have really sweaty hands, so if I decide to use a grip that day, I will put it on maybe about 20 minutes before I pull, and then again right before I pull, just because my hands sweat pretty bad. That's my problem area. I would not go ahead and use a Firm Grip or iTac on my hands without applying the anti-sweat, but I would not put these on my hands anyway. Okay, so Tight Grip, this is what it looks like. It's peachy color, liquid, rub it on, get in between the fingers, there you go, put it on your pits, wherever you sweat, and wait a little bit, let your body let it adjust to your body temperature, and see, I already feel it. It's nice. You may want to apply it again right before the pull. Doesn't leave much residue on it, and it's easy to get off. Okay, so that's Tight Grip. I love it. Mighty Grip. I also love this. What it looks like. It's powder. Okay, you put it in your hands. Rub it all around. Feels nice. A little tack, but not too much. Okay. Doesn't leave that much residue on the pole. Easy to get off. I love it. Dry Hands. This is the product that a lot of students in my class use, and it's a liquid, kind of like a cloudy liquid, clear liquid. Put it on palms, wrist, wherever you sweat, and you want to wait for the air to dry it up, and then it's non-sticky, so it's not like a tacky stick. This doesn't work for me just because it feels chalky on my hands and smooth, and I don't like that feel. I'm also weird about lotion on my hands, so maybe that's why. But these are the top 3 that I do recommend. Okay, anti-sweat. So if you got a lot of sweat, use those products. Now let's talk about tack, all right, and rosin. iTac, awesome product. I love it. It's a waxy material. Smells yummy. This is what it looks like on the inside. There's 4 different levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick your level. 2 is most popular in pull, and the higher you go up, the more grip you have. Do not use this on your hands. It is not for your hands, especially if you sweat. You do not want sweat developing under this because it'll cause a mudslide, and the sweat will make the wax feel slippery. Okay? You don't want to just go ahead and apply it. You want to put it in your fingers and warm it up to your body temperature, get it nice and gooey, and then apply it to the pits that you want. I like this behind the knee pit, for the nice leg hangs and cocoons and contorted stuff. Maybe elbow, okay? But I personally do not use this on my hands. Now, if you don't sweat, you may put it on your hands. I don't know, but me, I do not put it on my hands. I do not recommend it for hands. But that's my experience. Rosin. This is crazy shit. This was thrown at me at my first pole studio, and I do not recommend this to students. I also do not recommend the syrup gooey form of it, because that's like psychotic. Alright? Do not give this to anybody. It's crazy, it sticks to the pole, very difficult to get off, it's like sap. Go away, don't want it. Firm grip spray. This is what it looks like. I've had this can probably for like 3 years. Okay, that's how often I use it. I really don't use it anymore. I used to use it when I was working on my Iron X and flag positions, but I feel as though this is very sticky and can be like a security blanket. This also leaves a lot of residue on the pole. It is difficult to get off. I would not use this on your hands if you have sweaty hands whatsoever. The reason why is because, just like the iTac, if you have sweaty hands, the sweat's going to develop under the product and it'll be slick. Maybe nice and sticky for the first 30 seconds, 60 seconds. After that, it's going to be a disaster. So, again, I did use this when I was working on my Iron X. Also when I performed outside when it was like 50 degrees, I used this. Also, this is not going to help you spin if you use it on your hands. You're going to stick to that pole. So maybe, I don't know, maybe use it for a photo shoot or if you are training your X. But other than that, I really don't recommend it. Students, let's talk about students. I also don't push products on my students or grip aids on my students because I don't want to give them a security blanket. I want them to develop the muscles in their hands and wrists and everything. I've been to studios prior where students were so hooked on this stuff that they would put it all over their bodies, and you don't need that, okay? It's a security blanket. And I don't like to see that. If it is a hot day in the studio and they do say, oh, my hands are so sweaty, if they have the sweaty problems like I do, then I do recommend like an anti-sweat product. But other than that, I really don't push products on my students, okay? For competitions, okay, I do practice without grip aids. If I am sweating that day profusely, then of course I put a grip aid on my hands, but usually I do not use a grip aid. Also at competitions, I learned my lesson at the last competition. I did not use a grip aid. And I got out there, that pole was slick, and I fell out of a Russian layback, and I was completely devastated. So you never, ever know what it's going to be like when you go out there for a performance or a competition. So I say, just in case, maybe use a little dab of something, and I probably should have. So that's lesson learned. Based upon my experience, if you disagree, that's totally fine based upon your experience. This is just my experience with grip aids. My advice to you as an individual is decide if you have sweaty hands, non-sweaty hands, okay, and pick a product for sweaty hands or non-sweaty hands and try different products. Go to the pole conventions, ask for a little dab, see how it feels in your hands, ask your friends for a little dab, see how it feels, and experiment, okay? Also, a lot of this stuff contains chemicals. There are organic grip aids out there. One is called Dirty Girl. It's all organic. I will probably review that at a different point, but I just wanted to review these right here. So again, based upon your body chemistry and ingredients you like, you don't like, what you're going to use it for, it's going to be based upon your experience. So definitely go out there, experiment, try different things on the pole, and find the grip you like. So thanks for watching. Any questions, email me, and you can find me on Facebook as well under Annie Tobias or Orphan Annie. Bye.